All right, let's get right into it. Every single business out there right now has a huge blind spot in its security. And it's not some crazy new technology or a complex algorithm. Nope, it's something way more fundamental. And we're about to break down exactly how you can fix it. Take a look at this number, 74%. Yeah, according to the latest reports, that's the percentage of security breaches that involve, you guessed it, the human element. Just let that sink in. Nearly 3 out of every 4 successful attacks aren't just about code and firewalls. They're about people. And the price tag for that human element, it is absolutely staggering. We're talking an average cost of a data breach hitting $4.45 million. This isn't just some tech issue anymore. This is a massive financial risk that can literally bring a company to its knees. So here's the bottom line. You can pour millions of dollars into the most sophisticated security tech on the planet, but all of it can be completely bypassed with just one single careless click from an employee. That makes human error the wide open front door that attackers are always looking for. So the big question is, how do you shut that door for good? Well, you do it by investing in your people. The solution is effective, ongoing security awareness training. And the goal? It's to transform your entire workforce from a potential liability into your strongest line of defense, what we like to call a human firewall. But here's the thing, choosing the right training vendor is absolutely critical. To nail this decision, your whole evaluation process should stand on 3 core pillars. First, the quality of the training program itself. Second, the power of the technology platform. And third, the strength of your vendor partnership. This is the playbook you need to make the right call. All right, let's tackle that first pillar, the program. This is all about the meat and potatoes, the quality of the content. Is the training actually comprehensive? Is it engaging enough that people will pay attention? And most importantly, will it really teach your employees what they need to know to spot and stop threats in the real world? You know, any decent program has to cover the basics. We're talking phishing, which is still the #1 threat out there, password hygiene, and of course, the unique risks that come with remote work. But the real game changer here is covering emerging threats. The bad guys change their tactics constantly, so your vendor has to prove they're keeping their content fresh for today's attacks, not the ones from last year. And this gets to the heart of what makes training work or, completely fail. On one side, you've got the classic checkbox exercise, those dull hour-long lectures people just click through to get it over with. We've all been there. But on the other side, you've got training that actually sticks. Short, snappy videos, interactive quizzes, even game-like elements that make learning active and, believe it or not, kind of fun.
Now, within the program, this right here is a non-negotiable. Phishing simulations are where the rubber meets the road. A good vendor lets you send safe but realistic fake phishing emails to your own team. And when someone clicks, bam, they get immediate feedback, a little teachable moment. Honestly, it's the single best way to build that muscle memory against the most common attack there is.
Okay, so let's move on to our second pillar, the platform. You could have the most amazing content in the world, but if the technology delivering it is a clunky, frustrating mess, well, your program is pretty much dead on arrival. The platform has to be seamless for everyone who touches it. And when I say everyone, I really mean both sides of the coin. For the admins running the show, it needs a clean, intuitive dashboard that makes things like enrollment and sending reminders automatic, saving them a ton of time. And for your employees, it just has to be easy, accessible on their phone, simple to navigate, heck, maybe even in different languages for your global teams. The less friction, the higher the engagement. Simple as that. This brings us to the million-dollar question. It's the one every single leader is going to ask, how do we actually know this is working? Are we just throwing money at a problem, or are we genuinely reducing our risk? You've got to have proof. And here's what that proof looks like. A strong platform gives you powerful reporting that literally visualizes your return on investment. You should be able to see in a dead simple chart just like this one, your phishing click rate dropping over time. Some companies see that rate fall by up to 40%. Now that is a tangible, measurable result you can take straight to the boardroom. And beyond just reporting, a great platform is flexible. It should let you tweak the content for your specific industry, assign different training to different teams, because your finance department faces different threats than your marketing team, right? And of course, it has to be able to scale as your company grows. Things like integrating with systems you already use, like single sign-on, well, that's just the cherry on top. Okay, that brings us to our third and final pillar, and it's one that frankly gets overlooked all the time, the partnership.
Look, you're not just buying a piece of software here. You are choosing a partner who's going to help you navigate this crazy, evolving threat landscape for years to come. Think about it this way. A product is static. A partner is proactive. A true partner is giving you ongoing support, they're helping you fine-tune your program, and crucially, they're constantly updating their training content and phishing templates to reflect the latest real-world scams. Their success has to be tied directly to your success. A huge part of that partnership is helping you check all those compliance boxes. Regulations like HIPAA and healthcare, or GDPR over in Europe, actually mandate employee security training. The right vendor doesn't just give you the training you need, they give you the auditable reports to prove to regulators that you've done your due diligence. It's a huge weight off your shoulders. So, how do you make sure you're picking a real partner? Simple, you do your homework. First, ask for case studies with real, hard numbers. Second, check out what people are saying on independent review sites like Gartner or G2. And third, and this is the most important one, ask to speak directly with some of their current clients. Any vendor who's proud of their service will be happy to connect you. So as we start to wrap this up, it's really important that we reframe how we think about this whole thing. Security awareness training, it's not just another line item on the IT budget. It is a strategic investment in the long-term resilience of your entire organization. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? You're empowering your employees. You're turning them from potential targets into proactive defenders who can actually spot and report a threat before it does any damage. And that right there is the ultimate goal. That's the transformation we're talking about. By picking the right vendor using that 3-pillar framework, program, platform, and partnership, you can systematically turn what used to be your biggest security gap into your most powerful, most vigilant line of defense. Which really just leaves us with one final and very critical question. The next attack, it's coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So you have to take a hard look at your organization and ask yourself, is your human firewall ready?